Lies, viewers, don't listen to him.
Anywho, hello everybody. My name is Thanos. Joining me as always is The.Spectre. This is game 2 for tonight. It is Wednesday, which means it is game night for the DotA is Hard in-house league, where we bring you the best of mixed doubles, remaining. Triples, quadruples, and quintuples. Mostly quintuples
5 seconds
of
remaining.
Dota 2.
100% quintuples.
100% thus far. We are looking for some doubles tournament. I'm personally looking for a triple, but
I think a doubles tournament would actually be pretty cool. Have a 2 versus 2, like only mid game. I think it would be good. Get some like cool hero combinations. And yeah, just generally, it's more interesting than just a 1 versus 1 only mid.
That's true. It would change the dynamic.
A 5 versus 5 only mid.
Yeah, it would change the dynamic a lot because you'd really have to. I mean, you wouldn't be thinking about heroes that can get ganked by more than 2 heroes. You know, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would just alter things a lot.
Exactly, and I think
I would personally go with a Brewmaster. Get to level 6 and then just win, because. Two people can't fight a Brewmaster.
Yeah, but what if they pick someone such as a Nyx and an anti-mage who just completely mana burn you down?
I don't give a shit. I'll be in ultimate form before they can do crap against me.
1 stun, mana burn, smash, 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 0 mana.
Blink dagger, ulti. That's all I need.
So the anti-mage would blink away and the Nyx would go into Vendetta?
I would have a gem.
Okay.
and the anti-mage would already be up in a tornado, so...
I remember myself and a friend used to 1v1 quite often, and something that would happen a lot is that you would buy items on heroes that would normally just never have them, like Dagon on Weaver.
5 seconds remaining.
Because you don't realise just how horrible that is when you don't have a support like buying wards and gems and everything. And you have to try and dedicate all of your farm to beating off this invisible ant running in and out, and then suddenly they dagger you in the face.
Oh dear. Oh, and the gem now costs 150 more, so sad times for Crystal Maiden everywhere.
I know, but it is also indestructible, so that's pretty fun.
Radiant team.
It is interesting.
So it means that you'll either have to pick it up, or that at the end of each pro game, the ground is just going to be littered with gems.
Yes.
And we see Storm Spirit pick up quite early in the piece. Usually Storm is left kind of later in the draft because he's not often picked up. He is banned semi-frequently, I've got to say, as a viable mid-hero. But I don't know, I guess on the DotA side really want to play that
10
Storm Spirit.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, the Storm can just be countered so easily.
Well, yeah, if you just get an Orchid. And if you just get a viable Orchid hero on the other team.
Just get a Doom, he's a living Orchid.
Very true. With the parity change, Doom the Storm and just run after him, and it's never going to wear off if you've got an Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah.
People who don't know, the Aghanim Scepter upgrade for Doom now makes it if you're within a 500 or possibly 550 radius of it while under Doom, the Doom counter won't actually start to tick down until you run out of that range.
It will be forever until you're dead.
I'm going to say we're going to see a lot of race car Dooms, which was a semi-popular build beforehand anyway, but we're going to see a lot of maxed Scorched Earth Dooms with phase boots and drums.
Ah, a race card. I get it now.
Yeah.
I was confused, but now I understand.
Also possibly eating the Kobold Taskmaster who gives you a 12% movement speed bonus as well.
Reserve time.
That's pretty handy dandy.
Handy dandy indeed. I'm going to ban out that Keeper of the Light. I haven't seen him banned in a little while, but I do enjoy him as a creepy older man kind of hero.
His response lines to meeting like all of the female heroes in the game is just so terrible.
He is my soul. He is like, when I'm old, I want to be that man. This creepy old wizard that just walks around going, hello, Luna.
Hello, pretty young girl. You sure have a nice cat between
5
your
seconds
legs.
remaining.
Oh, Cottle.
Reserve time.
Horribly, horribly inappropriate.
Well, he's just because he's a wizard, so he has the magic of Viagra. He's the
Windrunner
only
at your
elderly
service.
gentleman in this world that does.
Radiant team
Yeah,
pick.
definitely.
That's why he's not as like powerful as Invoker or Rubik. He spent his time learning alternate magics.
The Die is still needing their hard carry.
Sand.
They do pick up a Windrunner. They already have the
Dire
Jackero and the
team
Storm
pick.
Spirit for mid, so we need a safe lane farmer and I would also say a tri-lane support, because that Windrunner will more than likely be either solo off lane or solo safe lane.
A nice setup stun would be nice.
Yeah, definitely. Something like an SD stun. No, he's been banned out. What am I saying? Maybe something like it's a support hero that gets overlooked, in my opinion, way
10
too much.
seconds
Is
remaining.
Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, Venture's a great. I mean, she's got that
5
targetable
seconds remaining.
stun. She's got the damage boost. She's got the swap. She's
The
got that
minus
other thing that she does.
Reserve time.
Another Naga there. Yeah, interesting.
Radiant team pick.
We're going to see Naga drafted for the Dire side 2 games in a row, possibly liking that net Ice Path combo. So we may not see another setup stun and see a dual lane with the Windrunner. Not very common, but it could happen.
It could indeed.
Maybe even see something like I don't know, support Sven to go into a
10
dual lane with a
seconds
Windrunner
remaining.
and get a bit of Stormbolt shackle shot action going on.
I would love to see a Sven. I would.
Dire team
I'm just
back.
happy we're seeing a Sand King. Haven't seen one of those for quite a while.
Yeah, and I mean,
another good
matching
thing about
heads
it.
with the Darkseer. As we know, one of Darkseer's most famous lines is the roundness of your head. Your head. What is it? The roundness of your head offends me.
Yeah, I believe so.
10 seconds
Your head's
remaining.
roundness offends me. Well, he won't be offended by Sand King,
Not at all.
5
or possibly by
seconds
Rubik
remaining.
either, who also has a quite pointy head.
Of course, Gyrocopter being a giant,
Reserve time.
round-headed gnome creature.
He has really got a spearhead.
He's like a ball.
He's a ball with whiskers. My theory is that the arms we're seeing there are actually part of the copter contraption.
Yeah.
what
he is
is
just
the-
a head.
Yeah, the living flesh is actually just an orb with eyes and whiskers.
That isn't a mustache. Those are his pubes.
It's like his wings.
And I
Dire
really
team
want to see
pick.
them pick up a Vengeful. Another thing that I didn't really mention is that if a Sand King blinks in with his ultimate on, just swap him out. Stand off to the side, swap him out, your team's taking no damage and he just looks like a fool.
Swap him out. Swap him out.
What do you do? Just swap him out. It'll be interesting to see who the last pickup is. We are, of course,
10 seconds
if by
remaining.
going by a standard draft are looking for a setup stun.
5 seconds
You
remaining.
can
Well,
even just
Naga
leave
is
the solo.
arguably the setup stun.
Yeah, there is a
Reserve
stun
time.
there, but you wouldn't want your carry in the front lines going for a setup stun. Usually it's a support hero who can wrap around the trees and surprise them from the side. And then Naga will be
more
the follow-up.
surprising. Nothing's more surprising than a fish girl with no nipples.
Yeah.
That's just surprising to everyone.
I've got to say, if that rushed out at me from the side in some bushes, I would be interested, to say the least.
Radiant team
Yeah, my
pick.
first thing I'd say is, whoa, where's your nipples? Also, why a fish girl?
We see a Warlock picked up as their 5th player, so...
Yeah, lots of setups done there.
Yeah, well, the ultimate... Definitely
Yeah, but you're not gonna grab that. Yeah, that's great for a tri-lane. Wait for his ultimate.
It's
then
a
we'll-
good level 6 laning setup
10
stun.
seconds remaining.
That pierces BKB is a ridiculous AoE in the Golem.
5
kills everything
seconds
inside.
remaining.
I hate that spell. I hate Warlock.
Yeah, Warlock is annoying and often sort of undervalued by those who don't know him.
I think it's just ridiculous that Warlock can have an ultimate like that with like a
Silencer.
lasting summon, and Tidehunter's ultimate still doesn't go through BKB.
Tidehunter is really like crippled. I mean, even Black Hole goes through BKB.
I haven't seen him for months, and it's purely because the ult doesn't go through BKB.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want a big AoE supporter that can't disable them late game. You always see the Warlock, the Magnus, the Enigma, you know, the Naga with the net that goes through. It's just there's no place for a Tide in today's meta.
Poor Tide. Well, maybe Ice Frog will get on that. We'll send him a message later telling him about it.
And of course, the Silencer is going to be picked up as the Radiant's 5th player. That'll definitely do some good against the Warlock. If they see a team fight coming up, the song is popped off and he's not caught in it, he can just start up that global silence. So, on the side of the Radiant, we have Ozmodius on the Gyrocopter, Wonderland on the Silencer, Virus on the Sand King, xubby on the Darkseer, and K on the Rubik.
And over on the Dire side, we've got EJ playing that ever-annoying Warlock, Ka on the Storm Spirit, Shockz taking the Naga Siren, Liz Bean once again on the Jakiro, and Mino playing the Wind-Running Ginger.
Ooh, a very cool cap on the Windrunner. That's definitely something that I want to get. I love how it's a common item, yet it's probably one of the coolest cosmetics in the game.
I have that one, actually. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I think it's okay.
I think it's cool. It's the
Very
whole Archer, Robin Hood kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a bit Robin Hood for me. I may be willing to trade you that one.
30 seconds to showtime.
Hooray!
It's a bit too Robin Hood. Like, it's a bit off the nose, you know? Bit on the nose about it.
Fair enough.
I don't know about the Null Talisman pickup. I don't know about that.
It's something that happened in the last game as well, where the Puck picked up a Null Talisman and a Tango. I mean, it's okay
That's
if
the
you get
spirit.
pulled.
Let's keep it clean,
if you
and
buy some
away we
branches,
go.
You get pulled regen. But I don't think just a Null Talisman is very cost effective in the early game.
Yeah,
It'd be
and I mean,
much better just getting the Mantle and 3 branches and then having more money for a bottle.
or hell, going for some mana regen even with a Sage's Mask and getting, being able to harass a bit more with those spells, going for an early Basilius or Soul Ring.
And also, Glaives of Wisdom is the level 1 pickup for Silencer.
I mean, that's bold. That's a man who's expecting to get a level 1 First Blood.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, if you're not expecting to get a kill at level 1, then I don't think it's really
Denied.
to skill up. I mean, it is decent in a 1-1 situation like this because you can get a bit of a last hit advantage by spamming it out, and you can also orb walk, getting some free harass on the Storm Spirit without the creeps attacking you. But overall, I still think, something like Curse of the Silent would be better to force out a Remnant or something like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. It's a weird pickup.
He does pick up the last word now, so we might see that come out. He already has used quite a bit of mana. We're only sitting at 159 at the moment. And a pause coming out from the Silencer. Meanwhile, we'll take a quick look at these tri-lanes. We do see the Jakiro Warlock Naga at the top, and the Gyro Sand King and Rubik at the bottom. I'm going to say I give the advantage to the Radiant tri-lane. It's got the good standard setup stun through Rubik's left. Can be followed up by a Burrow Strike and then a Gyrocopter Flat Cannon, where really all the Dire side have is an Ice Path, but it doesn't mean they're both not going to be equally as effective in zoning out the enemy supports.
Oh, mid lane, and there goes the Silencer.
On behalf of storms everywhere.
And there I go, missing the first blood.
I was watching it.
Oh.
Dear, James.
No, and the Silencer comes out straight away, but no, his kill's still on cooldown from when he cast it before he died.
Gotta love that. Yeah, so I guess that early level of Glaive's not paying off. He's on level 3, but he's only got 2 spells, so he must have upped his, he must have got stats.
No, he hasn't got stats because he's got +3 from the Null Talisman and 6 in Intelligence, so he's just holding his skill. No, he's put it into Last Word.
Oh, there we go.
So choosing not to stack the Last Word curses.
Storm's gonna find a regen rune. That's very nice for him.
Yeah, it's gonna help him with his mana, but he still, I don't think he'll be able to hit level 6 before he can really make use of it, and level 1 ultimate isn't that great anyway. It does have a very, very slow travel time. But he is
Down on
doing-
bottom lane, pings are coming out on Mino. Poor Mino sitting there with no last hits, not even level 2 yet. He's in a lot of danger.
Mino doing
And he
the
hasn't
smart
actually
thing
skilled
there.
up anything yet.
Yeah,
which
doing
is
the
a
smart
good
thing
plan.
there, so you can always get power shot if you need it, but if you don't have
Oh.
wind run when you do. And
Oh,
you
it
can
picks up
still-
wind run now.
Oh, but it gets picked up straight away. The stun from Gyro's coming out. The Fade Bolt comes out.
Oh, that
And this
da da
rocket might be
da
able
da
to kill him
da
off.
da 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 da
Oh no,
da
she's
da
activated the
da
salve. Is it
da
gonna be
da
enough? I
da
don't think
da
so.
da
this
da
level.
da.
No, it's not. Lives with 60 health.
Not enough. Wow, a good use of the salve
Definitely was. So
and the tango as well.
stops an early kill that would have been possible for the Gyrocopter, who is
Still,
building for phase boost.
leaving this bottom lane untended for a while.
Definitely, and the Gyrocopter is sitting at 20 and 4, 21 and 4 now, so he's definitely making use of the space that he's getting.
Storm Spirit pretty solidly dominating this mid lane. He's got a
Certainly.
lot more last hits, better items, and that kill.
Yeah, the kill's gonna
He
help
gives
a lot.
0 fucks.
So he's just running up at the moment. The last word thrown out. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, it is.
Still has to be careful of that. Maybe,
Yeah, he does see a haste rune top though, so he's gonna go grab that.
yeah, it's Storm's definitely going to have the upper hand in rune control with this matchup. Silencer is actually...
Oh, he's gonna go around the back. He's very bold.
He's going to go for this. He's got the overcharge. He's got the pull. Oh, but he gets last worded instantly under the tower. That's a lot of damage coming out on the
Oh.
Storm. Only has about 60 health at the end of that and is forced to tango and bottle up.
Silencer, however, is forced to go back because he has no regen items.
None at all. Of course, Silencer, not a very traditional bottle carrier, so we're not going to see him move out. No, but he does buy a bottle. In fact, doesn't go all the way back to base. Chooses to bottle up in lane, and then send
Radiant's
the bottle
top
back with the
tower's hurting.
courier. Even
Now,
though it's
if we're
basically
assuming
on
we're in
stage to base.
patch, the new patch, this is going to be a very slow courier.
And it sure is. You can see it just crawling along.
Look at him go. Down to 210 movement speed from his usual 300. That's a 90 movement speed loss just from carrying an empty bottle back.
It's pretty brutal.
And now he's just going to sit there and not bring the bottle back. There you go, little buddy. Nope, pick up something else.
It looks like our
He's
purple
waiting
is,
for a TP.
yeah, getting a TP and a wand.
I like this courier. He's adorable.
Yeah, the dragon courier is very cute.
Look at his little wings go. He'll fly one day. He knows it.
So heavy. Everything is so heavy. But yeah, the trialing, the Naga is staying up to par, I've got to say. I'd like to see these die supports rotate a bit more. It looks like they have been trying to stack some camps. Lisbeen, looks like she's killed off a bit of camps there. With only a tiny Satyr there, she should really kill that before the minute mark, but no. It's left there basically. But a big stack camp just here for the Dire, as well as and a slightly stacked camp there as well. And a
It's
stacked
one
crowd
whole
camp.
extra creep. Yeah, a lot of
So-
stacks going on together.
Yeah, so they've been doing a lot of work, but you know, Gyrocopter rotates top, flat cannon.
Yeah, take that farm. Take it good.
Expert, but they're both doing a good job of keeping the creep equilibrium in their area. So Gyrocopter and Naga sitting quite even.
Gyrocopter has focused on his flat cannon, leveling that up over the rocket barrage, so he's very much going for the farming build rather than any kind of gank oriented.
Windrun is going to be caught out here. Does have enough mana for the Windrun. Oh, but gets body blocked a little bit there. Rubik's going to come in with the lift. And the rocket's coming out as well. Virus tries a bit more body blocking, doesn't work, but they're going to die for this one. The stun does come
My
out.
One last hit.
And
is
then it
empty.
comes out from Rubik.
Oh, Virus almost not going for that last hit.
And they do survive. You can see the supports really teaming up here to take down these camps. And get themselves some farming goals. The Warlock really needs that level 6.
Monster's zipping around looking for a room, but he's not going to find one.
He does have regen active at the moment.
Does get spotted out though by that.
Let the
Oh, he
fun
does a
begin.
long zoom in.
Over
He's
here
done-
now.
Oh, and he's managed to catch the Gyrocopter. He's gonna get him with one more.
Oh, he's
blast
been
in the,
silenced.
oh, but the call down
what?
hits him, and the silence is gonna get a kill, and that's a intelligent steal for the silencer. Which
Yeah, that's
is
going to be
very big
brutal if he
against
can
the
stack
Storm
that.
Spirit.
Yeah, if he can stack that, that's just brutal.
Meanwhile, Mino, given a tiny bit of space, so manages to get up to 9 last hits now on this bottom lane. Darkseid
Despite getting no last hits, despite getting no last hits for the first, let's say, 7 minutes of the game, he's currently outdoing Liz.
Darkseid being a little bit smarter, knowing that he can't stand up to that tri-lane, just chooses to go jungle farm instead. So he's already up at level 5 with a little bit of farm under his belt. Of course, that 29 isn't really 29 because they are jungle creeps.
Radiant's top tower
it is better than having only 9 lane
Radiant's
creeps.
toughened up their structures.
Yeah, if we look at the net worth, he is down a little bit lower, but he's still up. He's still just below the silencer, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's not too bad. So silencer.
He's a good 600. He's a good 600 away ahead of the Windrunner.
Yeah, which is almost double with
Yeah,
the current
exactly.
gold. So
I mean, if you look at it, the problem is the Windrunner doesn't have the option to go into the jungle.
yeah, exactly.
She really can't do anything else other than perhaps try to roam, but she hasn't got a shackle shot yet, so she's not going to be of much use in a gank situation.
No, not at all.
I mean, she can use Windrunner to slow the enemy a little bit, but
It is a 30% slow, is it? Oh no, 30% at max level, yeah, so only an 8% slow.
it is
at
8.
level 1.
I'm like, no, it's 8.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a scaling ability or whether it was just a flat bonus. So I'm really surprised in that patch that Batrider's Napalm wasn't nerfed at all.
Why's that?
Because I think that's his only skill that's really broken. Like, sticky napalm is just... Ooh, not silencer, the... Storm Spirit, a lot of problems there.
Oh, falling so low.
He is bottling up now, though.
Give myself a little bit of high ground.
I was derailed completely.
You were talking about how you don't like sticky napalm because you're too much of a noob to avoid it.
No, not at all. It's just that it's 70% at level 1. If you go against someone like a Leshrac or a Tide Hunter, even someone like, a Tiny who really needs to turn around to throw out that stun, it completely wrecks them. And like 70% turn rate slow for a level 1 ability is insane.
Stay down!
Meanwhile, Gyrocopter picking up a 1-on-1 kill against a Windrunner.
That's unfortunate for the Windrunner.
Yeah.
He used a cooldown there, I think.
Yeah, he definitely did. Bit of a patch of Scorched Earth was just laying there. Windrunner's going to TP back to lane. But yeah, with the Napalm at 70 at just 1 stack for a level 1 ability, it's quite ridiculously strong.
Is it 1 stack?
Yeah, just 1 stack is 70% turn rate slow.
Wow.
Which is why I was saying I was surprised that wasn't changed, because I would have thought that it would have been far better to have something like a stacking...
Oh, and here, bottom lane. Oh, down he
Your
goes.
whirlybird is at the mercy of the wind,
That
and I'm not
Car's
feeling
doing
very
a good job
merciful
of
today.
keeping that Gyrocopter down, who does fall behind the Naga now in net worth and in last hits, because the Naga's been left completely alone so far.
There's going to be a wraparound from this smoked up Rubik, SK, and Silencer.
Ooh, the stun coming out.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, and even the global silence coming out, not wanting to get Song of the Siren. It's going to be 1 more hit, and that's enough to take him down. That's another 2 intelligence for the silencer there, and a good rotation from the supports to to basically do what I was pointing out there, and that is to shut down the Naga after the
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
They're way ahead of you.
Oh, so we've got some guy
Trouble
in
brewing at
the
Radiant's
chat.
bottom tower.
Spectacular. Hello, some guy.
Do you want to handle the Twitch chat? Because if I alt-tab, it like freezes the game screen.
Oh, I don't have it open, but I can open it.
That's a good idea. Hi, Norwegian guy MBR1. Welcome to the stream. It's nice of you to join us tonight. Welcome. Hooray. Hopefully you didn't say that too long ago and aren't watching anymore. I hope you are still watching.
He's given up. That's it. Screw you guys.
If you are, shout out to you. A Warlock just a bit off hitting level 5 here. They have been stacking these camps, but still much lower. from the other supports. If we take a look at the hero levels, they are behind the Radiant supports by a level. And that's quite a large level as well. Let me take a look at these supports. Yeah, well, they're sitting at 5.5 for both of them, while the Jacaro is sitting only at 4.5 and the Warlock only just about to hit 5. So the support's being a bit more effective for the Radiant side. And
Yeah, I mean, Windrunner's really been suffering.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's not even taking into account the Windrunner, who is below the Darkseer, but definitely below in farm. Sitting at only 1,600, where
mid-tower won't last much
the
longer.
Darkseer has 2,700.
That's quite a way. And it looks like she's going to get ganked as well. Here comes the SK with that horrible, horrible Ion Shell
the
trap.
stun and Ion Shell. Of course, the stun is coming out to follow the Windrunner, and that's going to be enough for a kill.
Wind blows.
Oh, there was no way she was getting out of that one.
Not at all. Meanwhile, there's some action coming in. Oh, double damage is popped. He's gone in deep for this one. The Vortex thrown out. Excellent.
Bottom tower is getting their business.
Catch the sun. So
Radiant's
You
mid
had
tower is
your
getting
warning
banged
over
up.
here.
to give Carl the kill.
Good players there. That overload, very dangerous.
Certainly, he has maxed it out first, so 80% movement slow with an extra 90 damage as well. So if you do just, you know, a 2-unit zip basically, like, you know, from... No, I can't even see it on the minimap. No, it's because it's in the water. Even if you zip from there
Radiant's
to there,
mid tower's coming
it'll
apart.
make an overload charge appear. So even if you're using minimal mana to zap, it gives you another 90 damage, kind of AoE splash flow.
Radiant's
I like how
mid-tower's
drawings
getting
in the
banged
water
up.
are under the water.
Yeah. Very, very artistic of you, Daniel.
I think it's pretty.
We can see the SK is coming into mid. Silencer may be looking for a bit of a kill there, but the TP taking a bit too long. The smoke is up on the SK now. He's going to pick up an illusion rune. Or possibly just guard it until the Silencer gets there with his bottle.
Oh, they are going to count D-ward this this sentry up here.
Meanwhile, the Jacaro places down a ward. They have spotted out the Jacaro, but I'm not sure if they got the ward as well. It is, of course, out of range of the other, the sentry by quite a bit, so they're not going to be able to de-ward that spot.
Our friend Nom says we have got a ridiculously high latency.
I have, yeah, I do actually at the moment. I've got a 350 ping, but that's because I am streaming at the same time, so it doesn't really affect me. It's why I don't stream games anymore. I used to do that, you know, when I was playing, but if you're casting, it doesn't really matter if I click slower, because nothing's really going to happen. But,
Yes, indeed.
yeah, because I only have I think it's a 1.15 upload speed to play around with.
It's unfortunate. Damn you, Australia! We
Damn
cannot wait for
you.
that NBN.
Oh, no, I know. I don't think my area gets it for like another 2 years though. Like, it's gonna
That
be
sucks.
ridiculous. My phone has a higher upload speed than my internet.
Oh, we're going to
We
see that
the
ulti.
global silence coming out right after the Warlock Golem comes down. Oh, and Rubik even manages to steal the Golem and send it back to the other
Radiant's
team's
top
way.
tower is
It's doing
taking
a lot
hits.
of punching damage to the Jacaro. Meanwhile, on the bottom, it looks like so far no one's actually died. The
That
Jacaro
missile's going to grab him.
Bad shape.
Yeah, that gyrocopter stun is going to kill off the Jacaro there.
Radiant's
Da-da,
gone.
da-da, he's gonna try to kill it.
Oh, is it going to get it?
Radiant's
No!
top tower's hurt.
Oh.
Not fast enough.
Dyer's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, no, it's a bit
Radiant's top
unfortunate.
tower's taking hits.
I kind of lunged
The
out.
Radiant got
Yeah,
one
with
less
Elsa
top
having
tower.
1.15 upload, it's just enough to get 720p out, so it's quite decent. And we see a Radiance pick up for the Naga Siren.
And a Shadow Blade on the gyrocopter.
That is a nicely
Dyer's mid
timed
tower could
Radiance.
use a little help.
Thank you, Valve.
Yeah, that item pickup screen is amazing. I wouldn't have noticed that in quite a while. Oh, big zip forward from the Storm Spirit, sorry. Is he going to steal it and try to zip away himself?
Somebody's
No.
cooking.
Carl going in very busy. He may have overextended. The surge coming through from the Darkseer. But the Remnant's going to come out and he's not going to follow it. The Shadow Blade, is he going to go balls deep for this one? Call down, is it going to come out? It does, but he's zapped out. So, oh, and the song comes out as well.
Radiant's mid tower
Call
could
down
use a
hits on
hand.
no one. The Ice Path comes through, hits on two. Excellent Ice Path there. And look at the Radiant strength of his support heroes.
You will not wake.
She's gonna burn them down.
The Sand King.
Two
And look
down.
at that, a double kill for the Naga Siren.
No school like the old school.
1.15 megabit, if you can write that. It's not megabytes, it's megabit, so it's not too much.
Radiant's
But as I said, my
mid-tower's
phone
coming
gets
apart.
higher uploads than that, and I'm on Vodafone, so that should tell you something.
Radiant's
Indeed.
mid
Oh no,
tower
wait.
is getting
Megabyte?
banged.
No, it's megabyte. I'm an idiot. Oh, and it's
Radiant
Naya
is
on the
on
tower
the
coming out from the
mid-tower.
Sand King. That's pretty good. No, it is. Yeah, it is megabyte. No, it's megabit. What do I've confused myself.
It doesn't matter. We've moved on. Back to the casting.
Yeah, and 1.15 is definitely not very good. It's good for Australia, but you know, as I said, even on your mobile phone, you can get 100 up and down if you're on 4G.
So we should stream from your
Dire's
phone, is what
mid
you're saying?
tower's having
No
technical
way, that would
difficulties.
eat my data
Them
limit
dire
insanely
buildings are
quickly.
tough as nails for
And I
now.
don't have a 4G phone
The dire best do something about that bottom tower.
yet. Ooh, meanwhile, the tower's being pushed by the gyrocopter. Gonna flat cannon down. No way. No, it's on cooldown. Apparently, I need to lower the game volume. It might be a bit too loud, so that's what I will do. Audio game volume.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
The game volume is lower now. I did initially have it quite a bit higher because I had the wrong audio setting
The
for my
Dire
headset,
couldn't hang on to
so
that mid-tower.
I couldn't really hear anything. I did switch it over to the proper channel, so it boosted the volume by quite a bit. But it should be balanced a lot better now. You'll be able to hear me and Dennis a lot better.
I'm over here.
Last word on
Dire's
Curse
top
round
tower.
as well. His silence
You know
are actually
the
gone for Curse
Radiant's
yet.
bottom tower's seen better days.
He has. He's got one level in it. But he was getting stunned up, and EJ is going to go down to this
Dire's
cooldown.
bottom tower's getting beat down.
Using the golem as well, so that's going to be some extra gold if they can kill it off. Looks like they're going for it, but Windrunner's coming in as well as the Naga Siren. It's going to do a lot of damage to the silencer here. Oh, the epicenter's being channeled and it's going off in the middle. Oh, but the song comes out. It's just going to hit on illusions. Meanwhile, Shockz does get stunned up by the rocket and they're going to be able to chase after it. The Shadow Blade, as well as the Surge and Ion Shell, is chasing after this Naga. Ooh, but the net comes out. Only one more hit needed on this Naga Siren, sitting at 100. Oh, he gets hit. 60 health, probably two more hits.
You were
Oh
out.
no,
You
the
were home free.
Sandstorm. He's only got one more hit. Oh, an
Oh,
excellent
oh.
shackle shot. Two
Oh, that
hero
up the
shackle
shackle.
shot from Mino. The
Worst decision by
Blaze.
Naga. Turned around.
Oh, he does get searched for, but no, they're going to give up the chase. And in fact, now the Sand King caught by the vacuum, the vortex
over
rather,
here.
but he's not going to be able to get in range. Storm Spirit has picked up a Bloodstone now, though. Of course, Bloodstone has been changed, so you can actually self-activate it to suicide.
What a bizarre skill.
Interesting. Of course, if you are talking in the Twitch channel, the stream is actually delayed by 2 minutes, so if I see you saying something there, I won't actually respond to it for another 2 minutes. There. Let's see, we've got Warlock has a mechanism up. This basic wards, boots, wand on the Jakiro car does have his Bloodstone up, as we said before. Gyro looks like he's building into, yeah, he's got a Yasha up, probably just coming out to him on the courier now. Meanwhile, Darkseid has the Soul Ring mech.
I want to see him use this suicide on the Bloodstone.
I want to see if it has like a visual.
Let
Well,
the fun begin.
like, I'm just thinking, like, I
Ooh,
mean,
the dust is
the
caught by the
effects.
Storm Spirit. He's going on in this Jericho. He's doing a lot of damage with that double damage. Oh, but the Sand King stun and the lift from Rubik are enough to turn this gank around. Gyrocopter's on very low health though, he needs to stay back, the stun comes out from him. And I think that the Radiant really need to cut their losses and go back. A nice 3-hero stun from Virus coming through, the global silence also from the Silencer. And so that's going to be a 2-for-0 trade. The gank not going well at all for the Storm Spirit.
Not at all. I was gonna say the Bloodstone. I mean, it's like it's like an effective way to deny yourself.
It definitely is, and the heal still goes off. So it's something that people often overlook with the Bloodstone is it actually lets off a heal. It restores 400 health plus 30 health per charge for allies within 1,675 units, which is actually a massive range. It's more than a
better
screen
than
range.
I mean, that's more than a mech.
Yeah, way more than a mech. Like 1,600 is more than a screen. Like it's insane. So, and the mech heal is it's basically double a mech heal in a massive area. So
I mean it's great. So
yeah,
I mean, and especially if you're about to die, just use the suicide, and they won't get the
spree
gold.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be interesting to see how the suicide works. I'm not, because I haven't actually seen it in action. I would assume it's like Techies when he suicides, or Pudge, where it just goes blah 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 has committed suicide.
And an interesting note: you do have to actually cast it on the ground.
Yeah, you do.
So that you can't accidentally just hit 3 and it pops off and you die.
Yeah.
That would suck.
It's like, oh, instead of activating my BKB, I exploded myself.
Yeah, it's a dangerous little thing to have.
Yeah, so that was one of the changes in 6.78, maybe to make Bloodstone a tiny bit more viable. I'm not really sure. I thought the item was quite alright as it is now, but it does add an extra little interesting mechanic there. And the annoying ability for more heroes to suicide themselves.
Oh, he's in trouble mid lane.
Comes out straight away. They need to do a lift straight. Oh, the global silence used too late. No, was that global? It was. It was. No, it wasn't. It's still on cooldown. It was just the last word that came up with the silence.
Yeah. A lot of spells coming out way too late there.
They better say if they just waited the extra 5 seconds or so for Silence's global silence to be off cooldown, they could have got a free kill on the Storm Spirit and pushed down this tower a lot easier than they're doing right now. Meanwhile, the Naga Siren split pushing the way of the tower.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
So I think, the 1 versus 5. The Naga is actually going to come out ahead in this power push. And the song is popped off, and the TP is going to be channeled, so able to get away instantly. That's the one great thing you can do as Naga, you can just sing and TP away. Of course, no one can stop you unless they have a BKB.
Tower ain't a pretty sight
or if they're Visage.
Yep, or if they have Visage familiar.
Radiant disown their top tower.
Yeah, for Nom Nom, it's good just to go over this 6.78 change log. There's a lot of changes, like Necrolight's ultimate with an Aghanim Scepter now disables buyback if you kill someone with it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and if anyone dies under Necro while Necro has his ult going, the kill gets credited to Necro.
Which is a massive buff for him because it means he gets a guaranteed sadist buff, which is like 600 health regen over like 10 seconds, I think.
Does he get? I wonder. Does he get the gold for the kill?
Yeah, he would.
Like,
if it's credited to him, then he would get the gold for it.
Yeah. So like, that's excellent because, I mean, realistically, when do you cast that spell and not get a kill?
Yeah, exactly, and it means that his carry potential is increased. Instead of like using it as more of a supporty, oh look, he's locked down, now burst him, you can use it to do that still, but actually get credited for kills.
Oh, there's the dust while flying.
Ooh,
on bottom lane.
Going very aggro. Oh, and an excellent shackle shot from Mino, and that's going to be the death of the Gyrocopter.
That was a great dust. He dusted while in before lightning.
So it was quite an impressive play there, actually. Very quick fingers. We're going to see a D-Ward at bottom as well. This has been a game of
They're not going to finish it. They're getting they fear the Radiant team.
Do we have D-Wards on the Radiant nearby though? SK, no. Rubik, nope. So it looks like they're going to try and protect the ward, but of course Storm Spirit can just come up here and take it out. And that
is gone.
SK didn't ferry them out to him either. It looks like he was just picking up some TP scrolls, so gonna have a bit of a vision advantage right now. And I believe that that one is actually still in range of that.
I don't know. Gotta love the turtle ward. Little turtle friend there.
Hello, Mr.
For anyone who doesn't know,
Turtle.
wherever there's a turtle, it is an appropriate place to place a ward.
Unless the turtle wanders over in this area, that's a bad place to put a ward.
I don't think he wanders over there, does he?
Hey, he does walk sometimes. Sometimes he's not even there.
Yeah, well, sometimes he's not. But also, I mean, you look at this other spot over here. The over on the Radiance side, that's a good place for a ward as well. Another turtle. Subtle hints.
Everywhere.
Subtle hints. Subtle hints about turtles.
But it looks like Naga's about to complete her heart, has the Reaver and the Vitality booster, but doesn't have enough to finish the recipe, or is it on the courier? No, it's not. It looks like a 4-staff's on the courier, so still a couple of 100 gold away, but a Radiant's Heart Naga at, 30 minutes in is going to really kill the Radiant.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
I don't know if they really have a counter to this. It looks like they're trying to farm up the Gyrocopter with some stacked Ancients. But I'm not sure if it'll be enough.
I don't know, Gyro can get fairly big, but I don't know if he's going to be enough to take out that Naga.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he does a lot of sort of area damage.
Well, when
He has
Naga
got so
has
much...
over double his health, and
But I'm saying it's like
Radiant
Gyro's great at sort of hitting all of their team at once
Burn, yeah.
and doing that sort of split damage, but he hasn't got a lot of single target damage, you know?
Exactly, and,
He can't just hit really hard.
and as I was saying, with that 2k health on the Naga, even with Flat Cannon, it's going to take a few hits to take down those Naga illusions, during which time they're going to be able to Radiance burn you, and generally be annoying. If he goes for a Diffusal Blade after this heart, I think we can safely say goodbye Radiant.
Yeah, I really hope he does.
Yeah, of course, flat damage not affecting those illusions, only ability, well, not ability, only attribute bonuses go to the illusions.
Only
Here's what's
affecting
happening in the
abilities.
dire bottom tower.
Meanwhile, the Darkseer has got a Hood of Defiance up, so we're going to be seeing a pipe coming out of him.
And Naga picking up her
Dire
heart.
Bottom tower's
Yep,
getting
though
the
we see
business.
Pushing her up to
Nice.
2.5k health.
It's pretty insane. Even worse than that is he can just run away for a while and regen that back with the insane passive regen. It's something like 43 or something a second.
And I mean, with a song with only a minute cooldown, that's very hard to kill Naga.
You just song and use it as a temporary respite to heal up some health.
Or just to back up, heal some health.
Oh, we see some action coming out in the jungle on the backside. The global silence does come out, but are they gonna really be able to do anything on the back of this? No,
Storm Spirit certainly wants to.
He's definitely going for Xubby. Oh, the cooldown comes out. He zips out of it just in time. Naga's gonna run into
Somebody's
that
on a
again.
roll.
Naga
And we'll
giving
see-
0 fucks.
Oh, look
Two
at
down is
that
mid
Warlock
tower
stun
war.
just wrecking the team of the Radiant. And I honestly think with the farm that the Naga as well as the Storm Spirit have right now, I don't think a Gyro is able to
Dire's
counter
mid
this.
tower's having
No,
technical
that's, I mean,
difficulties.
let's look at the gold graph. Wow, it's actually surprisingly even, the gold graph. Look at that.
Yeah, it is
Only
quite close.
1,000.
If you look at net worth, they're all quite even. It's just the basically the distribution of gold on these two teams and the abilities that the heroes have. Like when you have a Gyrocopter versus a Storm Spirit who can zip in from thousands of units away, and then take down, take down a Gyrocopter who doesn't have a BKB yet, and silence him for not silence, but stun him for quite a while with the pool. With only 1k HP at the moment, it's not going to do much. And he buys up an ultimate orb, so it's going to be finishing off that Manta style before going for a BKB. And I've got to say, this is the incorrect item
Radiant's
choice.
bottom tower's
No
in
ifs or buts. He definitely needs a BKB, and the sooner the better. It's a trap a lot of players fall into. They go, oh, I've already got a Yasha. I've got to finish off this Manta style before I can get a BKB. No, you
No.
can keep a Yasha. You can just have a Yasha sitting in your inventory. It's good for a speed boost. good for an attack boost, and just start building that BKB ASAP. Because if Storm jumps on you, you only have 1k health. You're going to be going down in 2 or 3 auto attacks after that if he has members of his team up, with him.
Yeah. I just got to say, poor Liz. Look at her items. Poor
Boots
Liz.
and a wand.
Brown boots and a wand.
D-warding going on like crazy. She has been doing an excellent support job here. Ponying up for most of the wards here. Plopping down a sentry next to an observer in every case that I've seen so far.
And now she's going to tank Roshan.
And the Radiant definitely know about this attempt. I'm not quite sure why Naga isn't in the pit with them there. Because Storm Spirit really isn't going to be able to take him down. The smoke comes in, but it is, of course, revealed by a sentry ward. And Storm Spirit zaps up to high ground, throws down a remnant, flying vision. The wall is dropped, the global silence coming out, and look at the health drop of these Radiant supports. The Radiant Burn just doing so much, and Silence is trapped in with the Ancients, and he's going to be killed by a neutral, as well as the Sand King. So a 2 for 0 trade, but neutrals actually the big winners in that regard.
Yeah, neutrals are going to get a lot of farm from that.
We're going to be
those
seeing
dragons.
Some scary golems coming out. Oh, and an excellent 2-hero Shackle coming out. The Flying Dust as well. But the Storm Spirit getting sent up instantly, but Rubik goes down to a combination of the Warlock Golem and auto attack damage.
Yeah, the first legitimate kill of that team fight.
Yeah, 3 for 0 trade, but only one of them goes to the Dire.
Yes. Still, they get the XP from being near it, I'd say, so.
I believe they actually get... I think it's really weird. It's either they get the gold or the XP, but not the other one in a small area around it.
Well, they're going to pick up Roshan now, and Storm Spirit. It's going to take that Aegis. Naga does not need it.
He definitely doesn't. And of course, with an Aegis, you respawn at full health and full mana. So it's really, really good if you have it on a Storm, because he's right back at full mana. If you don't have the secondary lockdown after you killed him the first time, you can just zip away or, kill the entire team with this massive mana.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Yes, indeed.
So,
Can't do nothing
Nom Nom
about
has asked how he can join our wonderful in-house games. All you need to do is head over to the chat channel. DotA is hard. It is just a custom chat channel. And usually people will send out the password for the in-house matches that are set up. The most common password is DIH, standing for DotA is hard. But sometimes people will stick numbers and things in front of it, just because I think it means something in Russian. I'm not quite sure, because we always see public games with just these there are our DotA is hard games, and then there'll be 4 or 5 Russian games going on at the same time. Just what's going on?
Very strange. This particular game is DotA is Hard 5, because some of the players are a little bit shy and wanting to restrict the player pool.
Yeah,
so they don't get dominated out.
We welcome everyone, high or low, but sometimes the low play heroes are a little bit shy of not wanting to go against too hard opponents, and just want to play kind of lower down. But that being said,
we do try to keep an environment for learning. Nobody here is a pro player, except for me, but I like to slum it down with these guys. But yeah.
Slumming it with the lobies.
Slumming it with the lobies.
Oh, and that freshly picked up BKB doing some nice work for Storm. I don't think it was entirely necessary, to be honest. It does kind of waste that initial 10-second charge. And of course, BKB being rescaled, so it now lasts a second less when it's maxed out. So going down to a 4-second duration at basically max decrease time. Or minimum time would probably be a better way of saying it.
Yeah. It'll go down to only 4 seconds, and that's a pretty short BKB.
It really is. And that's sort of like an indirect buff to Nakes, because he has Rage,
kind
which
of
is
is,
an inbuilt 6-second, effective BKB. So you just need that, 2 seconds stronger than a late game BKB, which could be, the deciding factor in a battle.
That's true. Those 2 seconds can be quite critical. Naga is going to pick up that Diffusal Blade, which we were hoping she'd go for. So, that's GG.
Yeah, I did say it before, and I stand by it. The fusel blade.
I don't like the fact that she still has a stout shield.
She could
Like-
definitely even just turn that into a PMS, and it would be slightly better.
Yeah, there's just...
Regeneration.
You need to get over the poor man's shield. There's other items.
You don't really need the damage block at this stage.
No.
But I gotta say, the next item in any case will be the level 2 defusal, unless she wants to keep the charges to kill off the golem. Actually, to kill off the possibly stolen golem from Rubik.
I mean, I'd like to see a second heart. Go for the typical Time Lord build.
4 hearts, magic wand.
2 hearts. No, Time Lords have 2 hearts.
4 hearts.
No, know the law.
No, I said
Binary
I thought
best
they did.
system.
I wasn't sure. I don't really care.
Oh, you're wrong.
It's just a crappy English comedy. Who
You bite your tongue, sir. I will
It's
tell you
not
Game of
even a
Thrones
comedy.
spoilers.
No, I know. It's a wonderful BBC drama series. Hooray, hooray.
It's science fiction.
Yeah, it's drama.
Science fiction.
Time
Sherlock is a
Lord.
BBC drama.
Time
Sherlock is a
Lord,
BBC
come back.
drama. This is a sci-fi.
I'm so sad I'm your assistant and I'm so sad.
Why would they be sad? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're even parodying.
I'm not, I'm just trying to make you angry.
Nonsense. Just endless. We're casting Dota. Things are happening on middle. Good
Yeah,
shackle.
SK is dying. That's what's happening.
How about that?
Blown away.
I had it on screen. Saw the excellent shackle coming out from Mino and the zapping from Car.
Meanwhile, Nagasiren split pushing down at bottom.
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane.
A fish versus a pointy-headed man. Look at him. He's throwing out his little ion shells. He's like, yeah, that'll help.
That'll
Probably.
help against the Radiant's Heart Naga that's coming to kill me.
Slow. Oh, and the storm.
The Storm Spirit zaps in, the net comes out, and that is it. It does. Net.
That's 4 in a row.
He thought he was
How about
safe.
that, brewing a
He
Radiant's
really
bottom
did.
tower?
Okay, you're never safe when you have a 15-charge Bloodstone Storm
No
Spirit.
breaking down the radiant structures like
No.
this.
And he did pick up
Radiant's
that.
bottom tower ain't a pretty
Oh
sight
no, never
right
mind.
now.
Never mind.
And it looks like the Windrunner is
Radiant
going for an
bottom
Orchid. Oh, a
tower
big zap in from
towers.
Cub, gets stunned and then silenced before he can do anything. Of course, he does have that Aegis, so he should just turn around and attack. The Aegis does pop. Shockz is actually going to run, just on the edge of the cooldown on both sides. And Car's gone back in, going for Ozmodius, who does have the Lancer, but still no BKB, so that man's going to easily smack him, and the Storm Spirit auto attack damage is going to kill him off in just a moment. Oh, actually, the stun comes out. He hasn't activated the BKB, and the gyro still goes
And I'm not
down.
feeling very merciful today.
Hey, he does
This
not
Rubik
care.
is going to go down as well. That's going to be an ultra kill for
That's what
Car.
brewing a Radiant's bottom tower.
Absolutely
Very-
rolling.
20 charge BK Bloodstone. Blood KB stone.
Blood KB.
Radiant's bottom tower seemed better there.
But this is going to be the first Rax for the dive, but definitely not the first chip taken away. It's definitely a good game here.
Radiant's bottom racks. It's done.
Storm Spirit smartly
Dive's top
waiting for the
tower.
duration of net
You
to
know
be over
Radiant's
before
bottom
using
racks
Vortex, but the
ain't
pipe
no
is going to
longer
be
with
enough for him to
us.
survive through.
Back and pipe.
Mech and Pie. If we take a look at the XP graph,
Dire might want
over
to mine that top
20k in favor of the Dire, as well as the gold being
Radiant's
around
mid tower could
12k.
use a hand.
And Liz has upgraded her
Top
boots.
Tower's getting
Oh
beat
my
down.
god! Richest support I have ever seen. Mana boots and sentry wards in the
Dire's top
stash.
towers, you know the drill.
Crazy.
Naga's gone back top to get more farm. Because that's what she needs at this point. More farm.
Sitting
Dire's
at
mid tower's
4k
having
gold at the
technical
moment.
difficulties. Dire structures looking fortified.
Please get a divine. Please, just do it. Get lifesteal and a divine, and that's all you
Dire's
need.
mid
Still
tower's
needs another
nothing
2k gold to get a divine rapier. They do cost 6,200.
I know. She's taking her time. She's got plenty of time.
And of course,
She'll get
that
2K
damage-
just pushing this wave.
And that damage doesn't go to
That
illusions
damage.
either.
Oh, one runner's picked up an orchid.
Hooray!
That's a fine Scottish lass, that is.
Just waiting for Roshan to respawn, but they obviously haven't taken down the timer. Actually, Storm Spirit going for a Perseverance. Looks like he's going to be building a Lincoln Sphere, but that Roshan isn't going to be back up for another 2 minutes.
I still don't understand how the clock thing works.
It's a very poor clock. Each marker is 1 minute.
And what the hell's the big sort of slice missing?
That's the time remaining until Roshan respawns.
Oh, and the full rotation is a minute.
A full rotation is 10 minutes.
What about, well, full rotation of like the beam thing that's slowly ticking around?
No, in the middle I have no idea.
No, not the middle circly thing. The outside like
Yeah,
rail.
Yeah, the outside is
How
10
about that?
minutes. It's not
Right.
not a 12 clock, it's got 5 bits on each side.
Yeah, I
So
get that.
that's
But
up
what
to
about
10.
the? So what's that weird slice missing out of it?
Oh, you mean at the bottom?
Yeah.
It's just a visual thing. It's not
Oh.
like a slice missing, it's just a...
Yeah, I was
that's-
like-
I think that's like a timer, whether it's like rainbow there is when the Aegis is going to expire.
Maybe.
Because that's between the 5 and 6 minute mark, so at 6 minutes the Aegis dies, so I'm guessing that's what the slice is for.
No, one of the slices just filled in.
But it did, part of the slice did fill in.
I don't understand this clock.
Volvo, why?
It doesn't make sense.
Valve, obviously not watchmakers.
It makes no sense.
I'm gonna say
Oh.
it's probably something they could update. And Naga Siren picking up a butterfly. Just buys
Oh,
it
Roshan's-
outright on the courier. So this courier currently has 35% evasion and some extra attack speed.
Yeah, I mean that's a badass career. He's apparently got plus 10 armor from something as well.
I would say it was from the butterfly. Because it gives you agility.
Oh, right, yeah.
And agility gives you armor. And it is flying out to Naga now. Yeah, Def. Oh no, he still has plus 10 armor.
So this particular Smeevil just default has plus 10 armor.
Sure. I think it's actually like a timer thing. Have you ever noticed that the couriers are harder to kill the longer a game goes on?
That must be how they do it.
So it must have like a timer setting where it just adds armor and...
The other one
each
does
time.
as well.
Yeah. Seeing as Roshan actually increases in armor and damage as well over time. Which is often why people like Lycan and Ursa really try to get in that, try to get in the Roshan before And now Naga Siren with a heart, an Aegis, and a butterfly. I don't know what the Radiant can even do to damage her.
They could hurl insults. Call her a fish stick. Say
you like
that-
fish sticks?
That she's a gay
Then
fish.
you're a straight fish.
You're a straight fish, Naga.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
You see the zapping? That was
Yeah,
that's,
see-
15.
that was an
How about
insanely
that?
long zap. He just went
was.
from middle to bottom and
Radiant's
still
mid
has
tower's
plenty
getting
of
what
mana.
for.
Look at that.
I was gonna say,
41.6.
I was gonna say, calling Naga a straight fish is actually an insult to her. We know she is a muff diver.
And the song setup. Just wanting to get
Over
you
here.
close. Oh, the golem comes out.
But missing the stun on him.
The global silence and the return golem from the Rubik.
Oh, this goes down. These supports are very
Naga
low.
actually taking a lot of damage. The Naga goes
Storm
down.
was coming.
Here I am saying she's impossible to kill and she dies. She's gonna die again and look at the magic damage. Even an epicenter thrown
in the
out.
deep.
And I think
Well-
I know why. It's because they had an illusion of the Naga.
Yes, there we go.
Oh,
That
Jareth
Naga
has been
lose
forced
doing
off
her
course.
work.
But the mana regen from Storm, just too much. Lincoln's
Oh, and that
here-
Lincoln's helping out as well.
Lincoln's and 43.3 mana regen second.
It's not enough. He needs more. There we go. Even more. 47. the mystic staff.
It looks like he is going to be building towards a scythe to just hex up this gyrocopter, who has managed to pick up a BKB. It's something that we didn't actually mention. So after this, he will be going for a satanic. A good thing about gyrocopter: get low, pop the BKB, pop the satanic, pop on flat cannon, regen all of the health and do less damage.
Silence is going to grab this haste rune here, it looks like. Maybe giving that to the gyro? I don't know. Yes, gyro's going to grab that. Go invis, go hunt.
It looks
Coward
like
away.
Silencer is building up for a scythe as well with an ultimate orb picked up. And the Rubik currently has a Staff of Wizardry, I would say, going into a 4-star.
Well, that's because he's the Grand Magus!
He is indeed. This game going for a very long time so far, 47 minutes after the extremely early farm of the Naga, kind of falling apart with that last team fight where they tried to push into the base.
It certainly is. Who has the Aegis? Oh no, it went down, of course.
Yeah, Naga died with it.
Didn't even see her get it. Now, this clock again befuddling me.
So it's been 3 minutes, but yeah, the light's just kind of coming out onto the right-hand side of it.
And it's like it's counting backwards around, you know, like it started at the bottom and is counting oppositely, but it doesn't match up with the...
No, I know.
Maybe it's just counting oppositely.
I think we're fixating on the clock too much.
Hey, you can watch other places. I'm looking at the clock.
Oh, and Gyrocopter instead opts for the Demon Edge, so it is going to be an MKB for the Gyro to counter that Butterfly of the Naga Siren. So he's still 2k off it. It's plenty of time for them to try and push in. The only bad thing is they've waited for Silencer's ultimate to come off cooldown again, so what they really need to try and do is bait out the global ult and then just back off and then come back in. I think that'll be the solution to their issues. And just look how tanky these Naga illusions are, doing so much damage to the Gyro. Look, he's almost at a third health just from illusions hitting him.
Well, I mean, look at the level difference as well on these teams. The Storm Spirit at 25, the Naga at 23, compared to, what, a Gyro at 19, and that's the top of the Radiant?
Yeah. And the Storm Spirit activating the BKB, so that's going to be his 8-second charge gone. Just to get an extra kill. But you know, at this stage, it's very worth it if you can get a pick off on a couple of supports. It makes going uphill that much easier. And it means that no Warlock Golems are going to be returned at your face.
19 kills on that Storm Spirit.
Radiant's mid
and
tower.
only 2 deaths. Anyone
19
can get
kills.
19 kills, but to get 19 kills and only 2 deaths is different.
Yeah, 19 kills, 2 deaths, 6 assists, meaning he has been in 25 of the 30 kills for this team. That's very present.
Not to mention the 2 neutral kills.
Yeah.
Those neutrals, MVPs.
MVPs to the ancient creeps there.
So I'm not sure if Storm is going to go and buy out the Scepter, or if he's going to save for buyback. He does have enough money for it if he chooses to get it. Not the Scepter, the Scythe, rather.
Pause coming out here. Tactical pause, of course.
Oh, definitely. For some reason, Windrunner's arrow is enormous.
Where?
Just in front of her bow. At least it is on my screen. Like, it's larger than a Marana arrow.
I don't have an arrow at all, so...
Just a nice visual glitch coming from my side. I think it must be the power shot. It was.
It is the power shot, yeah.
The power shot was it was just a giant arrow.
I'm interested in seeing Marana's reworked arrow visuals.
Yeah, I saw a
they've
post
been,
of it on Reddit. It looks a lot better. Like, it's not as glaringly obvious as it was before.
Because in original Dota, of course, it was quite hard to tell when that arrow is coming.
Well, yeah, it was brown. Like, it was brown with a silvery head, so it's basically impossible to really... Well, not impossible. Like, you could still see it, but it was a lot harder to see it than a big sparkly blue thing coming towards you.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I'd love that to be like that again, you know. It'd make her a lot more viable.
Well, it's something that we've touched on before. It's quite similar to the the indirect nerf to Phantom Assassin when her blur visual was changed coming into Dota 2.
And
where-
also even looking at Dazzle,
Yeah,
his Shallow Grave used to be just a little sparkle.
yeah, very
now it's a-
nondescript.
Giant, booming column of protection.
Yeah, exactly. So you go, oh, you know what? I won't attack that target. I'll use my stun or my big nuke on this other player. Instead of going, oh, I'll use it on him. Damn it, that sparkle, I didn't see it.
Yeah, a lot of the subtlety sort of been lost.
Yeah. And of course, PA...
The Storm Sharer did pick up the Scythe
did.
of Ice there as well.
So the thing about PA was, who is Phantom Assassin, if you're not up with the lingo, is that at level 4 Blur in original Dota, she would just be a shadow on the ground. Like, you would only see a black circle about that big. And kind of part of the appeal of her as a carry is that you could basically blink strike on someone and they would go like, oh, what the hell, where are these big giant red numbers coming from? And
Yeah.
of course it would be the PA. Oh, a massive zap in
Looking for me.
from the Storm Spirit, kills off the low health Sand King and just gets him out straight away. He now has 61.7 mana regen a second. Just look at his mana bar refill.
That is madness.
25 stacks up on that Bloodstone. I believe you need 26 for an instant respawn. And
I'm
Windrunner
not sure
also
of that
picking
number.
up a Scythe. So this
Lots
is going
of
to be...
scythes.
Yeah, this is going to be the big deciding factor in the next team fight. Naga at the moment just sending in her illusions to do the damage, and look how tanky they are. Just the 3 illusions able to almost take half the health off. Oh! And another big zap in. Car, you crazy mother. Oh, going for another one, but a forced up away. Manages to get the gyro before he BKBs up. Tries to Shadow Blade. Oh, but the ultimate's going to come through. An excellent wall from the Darkseer. Oh, and a great follow-up epicenter from the SK. Gems on the floor, and ooh, Car's going to be caught in this ultimate. He's going to have to zip away.
Naga's just going to try to take down those barracks.
Meanwhile, Car
Melting
getting
the
owned
racks.
by the illusions. Oh, but they miss micro slightly after the jump. Oh, but the stun from the Sand King is going to kill off Car. Only his 3rd death of the game, and now a Blink Dagger purchased up on the Sand King with that bonus call.
He does have double boots as well. Treads and travels.
And Car, as I said, that respawn timer, he's already back in the fight and back in the base.
I did not notice he died, honestly, because I thought he must have TP'd home.
Nope. He died letting off a big giant heal and then just came right back. So that is mega creeps for the Dire. And that is going to be a very good game.
There's the big KB. Here comes the no fountain diving. Very
And he's
sad.
actually quite large. He grew in size for a little bit there.
He gets very fat when he BKBs. Look at this wave! Look at it! Oh my lord!
Oh, and this is going to be another death for the Rubik from the hands of the Storm Spirit. And he's just taking the damage. This Darkseer also going to go down. Is he going to get his rampage? I don't think he's going to be able to dive in.
No, it's not
And
gonna
that
give it
is
to him.
the death of the throne. XP, 26k ahead of for the Dire and 32k gold ahead as well. Very good game from both teams.
Very good game. I think man of the match, MVP, going to Liz B in there. She was very poor, but she did buy a crap load of awards.
Level 13 at the end of the game. That is a Stars Jacaro.
I want to just see like the ward statistics somewhere. There needs to be a wards purchase kind of stat somewhere, because that does not reflect the effort that she,
The
like how much she
impact,
contributed to that win.
But, like, just think about that. The Rubik's at the same level. 13 levels after 55 minutes of gameplay.
It's just, they were just never near anything.
That is some real starved dodo.
That's amazing. Like, they were near team fights. It shouldn't have been possible to be that low level.
It's unfortunate because they would die before anyone else.
They would die before anyone else, yeah, and they get no XP. Or they'd get XP from each other, and that's it.
You can see the gold a minute and XP a minute stats on both of them, sub 200. A very sad day for the supports, but definitely doing their jobs. They both played a very good game. Rubik
Yeah, they
getting
did.
a few golem steals, which helped turn around team fights quite a number of times.